I'm sure you're aware by now, but about a month ago, Mario Kart World received DLC, which honestly is really fantastic. It was a free update that added a bunch of different things. For example, Knockout Tour. You got a whole 8 different cups, which really seeming like the booster course for that game was sort of officially here. And now, it seems like we might even see a lot more from Mario Kart World in the future. This game is honestly phenomenal, and Nintendo is finally updating it very slowly. There are so many things that you can look at for a potential DLC on what this can add. Is this going to be another free DLC, or is this going to be a paid one? Now honestly, if we were really going to look at it, a paid DLC would be a little bit different than a free DLC. For example, the free up DLC would be something that's already in the game. So if Nintendo wanted to, they could do another sort of intermission course for the actual sort of racing mode. And there you go, you can have that. And you can also have the intermission tracks for Knockout Tour as a DLC like we've seen. But now when it comes to actual other courses or old courses or whatever the case may be, Rainbow Road, Ducky Map, getting Coconut Mall, or even the home circuit, we're probably going to be seeing that on a separate little island. Since this game is open world, it might take longer to develop than, for example, just adding things that are essentially in the game, but adding new ways to play that exact course. So this is something that you really look at. Now, if Nintendo is truly planning a DLC, which definitely seems like they are going to be implementing a DLC in Mario Kart World, when exactly is this going to be happening? Well, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe only really got a DLC about 5 years after launch, and that's pretty crazy when you really come to think about it. So we can assume that for Mario Kart World, we're going to be getting something a little bit similar. But also, if you were going to take the side approach to it, maybe they're not going to wait that long, because they said that Mario Kart World is going to be the evergreen title for the Nintendo Switch 2. So what exactly is going on here? Well, first off, if Nintendo was going to implement more tracks and more courses, like we've said, the island idea definitely makes the most sense for them. But if it's going to be things that are on the actual island right now, this would just be most likely Moo Moo Meadows to Rainbow Road. That would definitely be a massive update, because right now there is no way to get to Rainbow Road in your open world game. In an open world game, you should be able to go anywhere you want, but in Mario Kart World, that doesn't seem like the case. You're not able to go up to Rainbow Road and fly around in space, or should we say drive around in space in the free roam mode. Maybe there could be more collectibles up there. Maybe there could be P-switches. And one of the big things that I definitely want to see in Mario Kart World is something like we've seen in Forza Horizon. Something that we've seen in Pokemon Sword and Shield as a fact. Something that allows the player to see other players roaming around. That is something that is definitely very valuable for a game like this, because then you can have races together. You can see, hey, there's a player there. He's at the starting line. We're going to go over here and we're going to race each other, see who truly is the best. Of course, you can do this in the online experience, but what fun is it to just go wherever you want? Hey, let's go across a field here, and we're gonna keep driving and driving and driving. All right, one there, one there. You can play online with your friends if you all have Mario Kart World. In this regard, you can have 24 different racers invited to a free roam match. That would honestly be the best sort of experience, because right now how it is, you pay for Mario Kart World, you do open world stuff by yourself because you can't really invite anyone to the free roam. I believe there's multiplayer for like couch co-op, but besides that, you can't really invite anyone to the free roam. So it honestly would be fantastic to see more things in the free roam. Imagine that, inviting 24 different racers, 24 different friends into a free roam map. Now, this might sound boring to you because Mario Kart is usually about just going to collect the mystery cube, going racing, throwing items at each other, having a great time. But since it's called Mario Kart World, don't you think that it should have the open world adventure? Overall, I definitely think that this could be a free update coming soon, that they're going to work something out to allow players to see each other in the open world. And then there's going to be other updates, for example, DLC, the Booster Course Pass, that is most likely going to add more characters, potentially crossover characters, like Link's going to be making a return, Kirby. Kirby has been one of those big things that you've always wanted to see in a Mario Kart game. I've honestly always wanted to see Kirby in a Mario Kart game, because that would honestly be cool. Like, what could happen if Nintendo wanted to make a whole story about it? There could be a rift in the sky. The rift gets ever so slightly bigger every month or so, and then all of a sudden a ship crashes down and it connects to Super Smash Bros. Who knows? It connects to Super Smash Bros. And you get an opening of characters. Or that could be Nintendo's next IP idea. Super Mario Racers or something. Super Nintendo Racers? Whatever the case may be. That would honestly work really fantastic, because then you have a whole bunch of fan favorite characters making their way over a crossover sort of event. It could be just a crossover event that's only going to be a limited time. Then it gets people on the game and start playing, because that would honestly be really phenomenal to see something like that. I am honestly in tune to see what's going to be going on in the world of Mario Kart World, because this game has so many things to offer. Like, quite literally has a lot of things to offer. I honestly could easily see them do 2 to 3 different islands. Every single booster course pass, there's going to be another different place, different area. You're going to have to drive across the Golden Gate Bridge to get to the other area. Like, whatever the case may be, it would definitely work good. Imagine that, driving across Wii Sports or something like that. Then you hear the Wii Sports classic music and you keep driving around. I believe that was a track in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, but they can re-implement it since we're getting Nintendo Switch 2 version. They can do a same thing with Hyrule, because the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time is going to be releasing later this year. They can easily implement something like Zelda Course. Like, they have the Hyrule one and 8 Deluxe. They can do something a little bit different that really looks like Ocarina of Time. This is definitely a great way to get a whole bunch of players to jump back into Mario Kart World and potentially make it worth it once again. Now, honestly, I think the free update that Nintendo did was definitely the start of something amazing. It honestly is fantastic to see a free update in 2026 for that game. You definitely would have thought, hey, a year after launch, Nintendo's finally updating it. Well, hey, they actually finally updated this game, and it's definitely great. You're about to see so many other things that Nintendo is going to implement and then probably announce, early 2027 DLC is coming to Mario Kart World. If you want to, you can get some new characters, new customizations, new tracks, new ways to play the game. Like, one of the big grips that I have about Mario Kart World is the fact that everything was unlocked from the start. You just turn on the game and it's like you've already been playing for like 8 or 9 hours. Like, what in the world is going on here? You should have just had, you can pick the racer that you want from the start. So if you want to be, I don't know, the cow, or if you want to be Mario or Yoshi, my favorite, well, then you can pick the one character that you're going to use, and then you sort of recruit every other character. Kind of like they did with the Super Smash Bros. Or as you unlock coins, you get mystery boxes, get random things. That would be the best idea for Mario Kart World. Like, don't you think? A DLC that adds new things and new content and new ways and ideas to play the game is probably the best update that we can see for a game of this proportion. But overall, I definitely think a DLC is coming in the future, but when? That's a good question. 5 years, 2 years, 2 months, whatever the case may be. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Hope that you have a fantastic rest of your day. Let me know what your favorite part or DLC or update or upgrade or whatever of Mario Kart World you'd like to see. Is it the characters free roam? I'm just saying, Forza does that great. Anyways, thank you so much. See you in the next one.